Stepdaughter's name?
Ashton.
Dang,
She's still at the beach. She's at the beach. She'll be back in really when she gets back.
If you want to be in my area, then get I just ordered another one.
I know.
All right, girlies, how's everybody doing? It's warm. Yeah. Who likes the heat?
I like a little bit of food.
I know you like the heat. It really does. There are definite benefits to the heat for sure. Our joints love the heat, so we can usually get a little bit deeper in our stretches. So, all right, girls, let's go ahead. Y'all lay back. Just get comfy. I like to start class off with just a little bit of some kind of information, some kind of lesson or theme of the night. So I've got Alyssa here right next to me, and a lot of you guys know she's one of my greatest friends, and we do a lot of life together, a lot of conversating. We know a lot about each other. We know the messy parts. It's always good to have somebody that you can tell the messy parts to. And well, she was going through something, and one day she just got a lot of peace about it, and she called it a peace wave. And I love that she called it that. It's a wave of peace that kind of just rushes over you. It immediately calms you down, and that is what I'm hoping for tonight with this class. So I'm going to read to you, and as I do, I would like for you guys to try to deepen in your breath work. So just try to deepen your inhale and exhales. Make them longer and longer. Often we look at the outside world to find it in a state of seeming chaos or disorder. We feel compelled to transform the situation from one of turmoil into one of peace, yet we are often disappointed by our best attempts to do so. One reason for this is that we cannot bring to the world what we do not have to offer. Peace starts in our own minds and hearts, not outside of ourselves, and until its roots are firmly entrenched in our own selves, we cannot manifest it externally. Once we have found it within, we can share it with our family, community, and the whole world. Some of us may already be doing just that, but for most of us, the first step is looking within and honestly evaluating the state of our own relationship with peacefulness. Interestingly, people who manifest peace internally are not different from us. They have chattering thoughts and troubled emotions just like we do. The difference is that they do not lend their energy to them. So those thoughts and feelings can simply rise and fall like the waves of the ocean without disturbing the deeper waters of peacefulness within us. We all have this ability to choose how we distribute our energy and practice, such as prayer, meditation, yoga, faith, stillness. It all enables us to grow increasingly more serene as we choose God's gift of peace over that of fear, negativity, or conflict. We begin to see our thoughts and feelings as tiny objects on the surface of our being that pose no threat to the deeper interior stillness that is the source of peacefulness. When we find that we are able to locate ourselves more and more deeper in the calm waters and less on the stirred up surface of our being, we discover a lasting relationship with peace, a gift from our Father. That will enable us to inspire others. Until then, we help the world mostly by practicing the art of choosing peace within. So go ahead and just let that settle into your soul tonight. Many of us need those little lessons at the beginning of our class. A lot of us have had just a crazy couple of weeks or a day or maybe even your year. But just choose wisely to get in that peaceful zone. You coming out here and putting your effort into this class and pouring into yourself is definitely a huge step towards that. So as you continue your breath work, I want us to just flip over onto our stomach, and we're going to come into child's pose. Tonight we're going to take it wide, knees and toes touching, and we're just going to rest our hips down on our heels and just place your head right on your forehead on the mat. And just like the waves of the ocean, if you want to, you can add a little slight motion with your breath work, moving your hips from left to right. So as you inhale, maybe shift all the way over, open that one hip up, and then exhale it over to the other side. Moving back and forth in a slow motion, connecting your breath to your move. You don't have to flow if you don't want to. You can hold right there in the middle, just trying to get your chest closer and closer to the mat. Maybe lift up, readjust, open the legs a little bit, and then come back in. From here, let's go ahead and just close the knees, activate those toes right underneath us, and we'll hold here in this active child's pose, elbows off the mat. And we're just going to let this go. Come all the way onto your belly, just push those legs down to the bottom of the mat, and we'll put our forehead right back on the earth. And we're going to set up for a little Cobra Wave here. So just take your hands right by your chest, elbows in tight, and then you're going to begin to lift with your upper back off the mat, and then your shoulders, and then your neck, and then your head, and then just kind of wave it down, or you can just place your body right back on the earth, however you'd like. And inhale again, upper back first, then neck and head, and just wave it down. Do about 2 more just like that. Your hands can be flat. You can come up a little higher when you're ready. And last one. Take it all the way to your fullest Cobra pose, and then let it down. And jaw. Go ahead and push yourself back into an active child's pose. And let's take it all the way forward and just come all the way down and push it back again. We're just activating the muscles, moving like the water, nice and fluid, creating some internal heat. We'll do it just one more time. Take it all the way back. And press it forward. And relax again. Good job. Let's press into all fours. So we're just making a little tabletop with our back. Let's find perfect alignment here first. So from your tailbone to the crown of your head, straight line of energy. Wrists are right under the shoulders and your knees are under your hips. And from here we'll move your cat and cow, so you can close your eyes if you'd like. And just lift your head and tailbone up to the sky. Shoulders away from the ears. Inhale. And then exhale, round the back. And look at your belly button. Let that air completely out. And then we'll repeat that cycle again. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round the back. 2 more times. Getting as much as you can out of every single posture. Inhaling and exhaling slow. Last one. Round your back. And we'll all find the center right here. So we're going to move through a series of really awesome stretches here. Do what you can. If you can't get the full posture, it's okay. First, we're going to lift one arm up to the sky. So if your arm doesn't go all the way up and it's out here, that's totally fine. Just go where you can. Make it a challenge, though. Now take this top arm, wrap it back behind you onto your hip, and try to open your chest down. Try to stack your shoulders one on top of the other. Breathe through it. If it feels better to put your toes active under you for stability, you can, or you can leave them relaxed. Good job. Reach back up. Now we're going to thread this arm all the way under and through. Palm up. Rest on the side of your face. Now this arm that's kind of resting at the top of the mat, we're going to lift it around our back. Try to touch the top of your thigh, and then open and look up to the sky. Open just a little more. Good. Let's release that out nice and slowly. Come back to all fours. No rush whatsoever. And let's move through a couple of cat and cow again here. Breath in, look up, tailbone all the way up. Exhale, round. Inhale, look up. And exhale it out. One more time, just like that. Feel free to add motion, side to side, front to back. Wherever your body's calling you, take it there. And then we'll find middle, all back together. And we'll move through that other side. So we'll reach up, find what feels a little challenging. We call that our edge. Everybody's edge is a little different. Wrap behind your back. Open your chest, gaze up at the sky. Breathe through it. And then reach back up. And we'll thread that arm all the way through. Rest on the side of our face. Palm is up. So you may be good right here. If you want to add a layer of intensity, you can wrap your arms all the way, try to touch the top of your thigh, and then look back up at the sky, opening that side shoulder. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Try to unclench the muscles even though you stay in the posture. Good. Let's reach up and back down, and we'll find all fours one more time. Good job. So from here, move in between a tabletop and a child's pose. So you're going to come right there to that halfway mark and see if you can kind of move your body from side to side. Get into the backs of the ribs, into the obliques. Good job. So now we're going to come into stance on the knees. So just take your way up, and your knees are resting on the ground. So from here, just tuck your toes right under you. We're going to stretch those out a little bit. No one thinks of the toes, do they? Does it hurt your knees? Yeah, it's hard, I know. If you need to, you can double up or just take a break. Any posture that feels really comfortable for you. We won't be here too long. Just activate your toes in the back and see if you can kind of lean into that. So you'll get a little bit of a toe stretch. Anybody wear flip-flops all summer long? Good to stretch our toes out a little bit. Good job. Take it back center. That kind of challenges the thighs a little bit there too, right? Go ahead and take it down if you can. And we're actually going to lean back into this from here. So we want to give it a nice little gentle ease in. If this is too much, feel free to back off. You can just be upright. Ooh, is it too much? She's like, yeah. Good job, y'all. All right, let's take it back to the top. And we're going to take it over to the side for gate pose. Just go ahead and start to encourage the body over to the side. You can also do this in a seated posture, just in easy seated. You don't have to be on your knees. Just reach over nice and big. Now we're going to take this and shift the weight, look up. A little bit of a different stretch. Try to open the arm. Don't collapse into that leg too much. Good. Back center, both knees on the ground, and we'll take the other leg out. Take your time there. No rushing necessary. And we'll slowly start to hinge over. Reach over just like your partner's kind of giving you a good little tug. And when you're ready, take that gaze up. Try to open the shoulder. Good job. Let's let that down and come back to center. We're done on the knees. And we're going to come straight into a little low lunge here. So what I did tonight is I took various postures that you'll see right here. We're going to stretch as much as we can in each of them. And then you're going to see them all kind of together in the flow. So right here in our lunge, we're just going to allow our body to ease into the work. You can be up high, you can be down low. We're just challenging the hips a little bit closer to the ground. Good. Let's go ahead, relax the back knee down if you're on the ground. And we're going to just begin to flow. So go ahead and take an inhale and come to the back. Maybe flex the front toes, and then you can come forward and twist. Exhale everything out. Good. Inhale, flow back, flex the toes, and exhale it forward. You'll feel it creeping up the leg higher and higher. Every time you stretch back, it like gets a little bit higher. Good. Come on forward, and we'll hold here. And if you can, go ahead, take the hand up. Make sure that you've got your posture, you're holding your own weight, and then you can open the thigh up to the side. So we've got our adductors. That's inside. The reason I remember that is ADD, like 2 Ds, 2 Ns for inner. That's how I have to remember. And then you've got your abductors on the outside. So you got the inside, you got the outside. We got to stretch both. We'll hit the outside later. Come back to center. Go ahead, activate the toes and the knee off the ground. Good. And we'll step it all the way back into a plank. Awesome job. We'll slowly work that other leg to the front. No rush. So the way that I tell people, if you're in plank and it's hard for you to work your leg up to the front, so when you're in plank, if you have to, you can sit one leg down and you can take this other one out here. You can physically grab it, put it in its place. So you can be down resting on one knee, or it can be up. Lots of modifications. That's why I love yoga. It does not have to be perfect. It is practice, always working towards a new goal. All right, so when you're ready, go ahead, release the knee and the toe down to the ground, and we'll begin to flow with our posture and breath. So inhale, take it back, and exhale it forward. Inhale, take it back. Exhale it forward. Y'all feel it creeping up? Last time, flow back. Oh, I forgot to activate the toes. I caught it on the last one. That one was like, ouch. Good job. So from here, we'll go ahead, open the hip up to the side, come on the side of the foot. Excellent work, guys. Go ahead, come back center, and if you can, go ahead, step it back into a plank. So we're going to be here in a plank position for just a little bit. So if you need to, you can always have one knee down supporting you, or both. And when you're ready, you can take both knees up. Try to release your shoulders down and away from the ears. We're going to drop one knee down to the ground, and we're going to open into a side plank here. So we're all modified here at the beginning, just so everybody knows where they can take this. And if you're ready, you can send the other leg down to the ground. I would just put one leg in front of the other one. That's kind of like trauma number 2. And then 3 would be stacked. And then we got 4 and 5 if you want it, bent knee up or extended to the sky. Excellent work. Come back, center, and we're going to try it on the other side. So feel free to relax the knee down and have the other arm extended up to the sky. If and when you're ready, you can move through those traumas. See which one is speaking your language tonight. Hold and breathe. And come back to center. Good job building some heat. Let's rest in child's pose. So now you'll should be feeling a little bit more loose. Maybe you can get a little bit lower in your child's pose. Sorry, y'all, I have to get a little bit more mosquito spray on. All right, so from here, we are going to practice in our high lunge. So you can shift your weight to all 4s again and work that leg up to the front. And then we can just start to lift that back knee off the ground. So we're going to be working in an upright position in our lunge. Good. So remember, we'll combo some of these moves here in a little bit where we're putting low and high lunge together. But first, we're giving our body a nice opportunity here to release as we stretch in all the poses first. So let's reach our arms up. That's going to force gravity to work on these hips. Now we've got some additional weight kind of pushing us down closer to the ground. So from here, let's turn away from the leg. Back is tall. Good, we're breathing here. Excellent work. Let's come back, heart center. And then we'll just shift this into a triangle pose. Hold and breathe. Now see if you can straighten your front leg. Good. Here's our triangle. That feels really good to the inner thigh. Anybody else? Oh, yes. Go ahead, bend the knee. And frame the foot. We're going to step into a forward fold. And we'll just roll it up nice and slow. Good job. Amazing that twist is as hard as it is, right? It's like you're trying to press and your body's going, no, it wants to stop. But we got to work through that. All right, let's try the other side and just see how we do. We're going to come at this from a different angle. We'll just step it back. So make sure you hit that other side. You'll feel it. When you step back, you're like, oh, I already did this one. You'll know. Sometimes we don't know. We just need a lot of extra work on that side. So let's sink our hips down. Let's lift our arms up and begin your breath work. Eyes open or closed, totally up to you. If you close it, you may fall over. Beautiful. Let's twist into that leg. Settle in. Nice little challenge. Awesome twist for the body. Let's come back, center, and we'll touch one arm to the ground, one arm up to the sky. Maybe turn that back foot out to the diagonal. So we're not collapsing into the ground. We're still lifting through the ribs up. Straighten that front leg. Oh yes, I heard a pop. Oh, readjustment. Good job, y'all. Let's frame the foot. Come back into your lunge. And we're just going to step the back foot all the way to the front and roll it up. Good job. Now is a perfect opportunity. If you need to take a drink, go for it, because then we're going to start to flow. So a lot of those postures you're going to see again. We'll be putting them together, but we still will be trying to breathe like three breaths per move. For those of you that are catching this on the recording later, I'd love to know how hot it is where you are. It's 99. When I pulled up, it was 99. It's probably cooled off now. I bet it's what, like 90? Yeah, 97. It's still hot. We get I know I can't take hot yoga for some reason, like in a really tiny room, but for some reason you put me out here and I do okay. I do okay. All right, so from here, we're gonna have a playful, fun flow. Like I said, 3 breaths per move. We'll hit the right and left, and we'll see how we're feeling. If we're not too sweaty, we'll put that all together with 1 breath per move. So let's find our mountain pose here. Fingertips spread out nice and wide. Toes touching, little space between the heels. And let's settle in with an intention. Take your shoulders back and down. And let's go ahead, take our hands to the heart. Our thumbs are touching our chest. We're synchronizing our breath to our body. And from here, we're just going to open our eyes and we're going to find Crescent Warrior. So that means both toes are facing the front. So just step into a lunge, basically. And we're going to hold here for about 3 breaths, sinking down nice and low. Let's see where the shoulders are at. Us ladies like to have them up here. Yes, try to put them back and down. Try to curl the tailbone under just a little bit. You like to stick the hips out and the belly out. Try to kind of rotate forward. Now let's come on down. Just windmill the arms out. Frame the foot and settle into your low lunge. This should be okay with your body because we've been here already. Now see if you can get a little more. Find out how to move your body so that you can get into like a little nook that's holding tightness or tension. So we're going to work on our strength here. Suck your belly button in, and we're going to lift right back into that crescent lunge. Arms out and up. So lift out and up. Working on that balance. All the muscles are working. Good. From here, we're going to flow right back down, and we're going to take this leg that's in front of us, and we're going to put it in the air behind us. So 3-legged dog. So just sweep it back. Nice and slow. And then go ahead, bend and flex the toes. Bent knee, flex toes. And let's sweep it all the way back in front of us into that lunge. And we're going to reverse. So arm comes up. Try to straighten that back leg. Get the hips a little lower. Good. From here, go ahead. Put the hands down, frame the foot, and we'll step into a standing split. So right here, you can stay. If you'd like to come into a half moon, it's available to you as well, but you do not have to. And the modification for a standing split is just to have your toe down on the ground. So lots of levels here. Good. Go ahead, float your back leg down to the ground and rest inside angle. Good. We're going to take a breath here. Let's circle the arm, breath in. When you get to the top, exhale. Do that again. Inhale. Exhale at the top. And this last one, I want you to circle down, but I want you to shift your weight all the way over to the back of the mat for a side lunge. Just get deep into that hip, into the growing area, the adductor. Y'all are going to think about that when you sleep tonight. Good job. Now take both of your elbows, place them on the inside of your knees. And Alyssa's favorite, wide forward fold. Enjoy, it feels really nice. Feel free to place your head on the ground or maybe move your hips from side to side. And then if you'd like to and you want to get into the shoulders, keep your hands behind you, interlock your fingers in your low back, and then let them drop overhead. Alright girls, drop your hands down to the ground. Now let's just walk it forward into pyramid. And we're going to flow here. So on the inhale, bend your back knee, flex your toes. And then exhale it forward. Inhale it back. Exhale it forward. And last time, take it back. This time, shift your weight into a forward fold. So step it together. We'll take a half lift right here. And then we're going to exhale it into a forward fold. Reverse swan dive up. Come through your heart center and find a rest. Whose hip feels awesome now? Mine feels so good. Feels good to just loosen it up. I know we feel like one. Do you feel like one's higher than the other? We got our Elvis leg, and then we got not. Are they getting y'all? Come over here. It might be better. Scoot closer. We've got Alyssa's got this really nifty little thing that helps to keep them away, and I have some
spray too.
oils. Y'all are welcome to try something a little different. That might help.
Hey, I just said.
Yeah, I was just being nice. I fortunately am not the one that usually gets bit, but I do feel very, very fortunate. But I feel bad for y'all because I know that y'all get bit. My daughter gets bitten very, very bad, but none of the rest of our family does, so I feel so bad for her. I know it's really hard to ignore it, so try to get your spray on and things like that, and then we'll do the best we can do. That's all we can ask for. All right, let's try that other side, and then we'll put it all together and see how it flows. So Crescent Warrior on that other leg, toes are facing the front, and challenge yourself by sinking as low as you can. Good. Think about your body alignment, how you can become better in your practice. Number 1 is with your breath. Number 2, let's see if we can turn those hips forward, suck the belly button in, and elbows by the ears. Flow the arms down on the next exhale, frame the foot, sink into your low lunge. All right, here's our strength. We've got to suck the belly button in, get ready to reach out and up. Try to keep your balance, lift those arms, excellent work, and settle back in. Push those hips forward, nice stretch on that front leg. And we'll frame the foot again, getting us prepared for three-legged dog. So just take that front leg, slowly start to get it back behind you in the air. And when you get there, you can bend the knee, flex the foot. Hold and breathe. Beautiful. Take the leg all the way back through for your lunge. And we're going to reverse. So arm comes up to the sky. Gaze up if you can, if it makes you dizzy. If the trees are moving or all the motion, then you can always look down or out. Uh-oh, see, it happens. It was probably your body saying, I need it again. Good job, sink into that. Then we'll frame the foot and step into our standing split. So what I want you to focus on is flattening your palms. So don't worry about how high the top foot can get. Really focus on getting your hands flat on the ground. If they're not flat, walk them away from you further. And if you'd like to, you can find half moon or just stay there. And then we'll float that back leg down to the ground, bent knee, into side angle. One arm at the ground, one up to the sky. And let's straighten that front knee, triangle pose. Hold and breathe. Lifting through the ribs, use your core. Breath in and out. Nice and slow. And let's circle, breath in. Exhale at the top. One more. Breath in, circle. And on the next one, let's circle, but shift the weight all the way to the back of the mat for a side lunge. You can have it supported or you can be up high. You can let this down to the ground. Lots of variations for you to pick from. Good. Take the elbows to the knees. Really sink into this. And then take it into your wide forward fold. Go ahead, add the shoulders in if you like. And just drop those hands down to the ground. Take it over into your pyramid and begin to flow. Breath in, toes up. Bend that back knee. Exhale it forward. Go ahead, inhale it back. Exhale it forward. And this last one, go ahead, take it back and kick off with the back leg into a forward fold. Half lift, breath in. And exhale it out. Reverse swan dive up. Come through the heart and find rest. Good job. Take an opportunity to towel off if you need to. And we're going to move through that a little bit faster on the right and left. And then I've got just 2 balancing postures for us. And then we're going to take it down to the mat. Then you know you've made it. We'll be back down there. All right. So do y'all remember what leg you started with? That's the one we're going to put in the front. And to my right, depending on if you mirrored me or you did the same leg. If you didn't and you don't remember, just pick one. We'll hit the other one next. All right. 2 to choose from, that's all. Thank goodness there's not more. Although I always said that God should have given us an extra arm for every child we have. Because I really think that would have been helpful. I mean, but some of us would have a lot of arms. But that's okay. All right. Crescent Warrior, both toes are facing the front. 1 breath per move, okay? So it's going to flow. Inhale into crescent. And then exhale, arms down. Inhale back up. And exhale it right back down. Take your time into 3-legged dog. We'll get there. And we're going to bend the knee, flex the foot, take a breath in. Exhale, straighten the leg up. And then step it all the way through for lunge. And let's reverse. Breath in. Exhale, hands down. Inhale into your standing split or half moon. And go ahead, exhale there too. Float that leg down. Inhale. Come into your side angle and exhale. Breath in, circle the arm. Exhale at the top. Let's frame the foot. And we'll step back into a standing split. Come into your forward fold. And we'll reverse swan dive all the way up. Come through the heart center and find rest. Beautiful job. Let's hit it on the other side. Scoot back to the middle of your mat and find your Crescent Warrior on the other side. Breath in, reach up. Exhale it down. Inhale, right back up. It's okay. Exhale it right back down. Take that front leg into the air. Settle in. Knee bent, toes flex. Breath in and out. And we'll straighten the leg. Step it all the way through. And find our reverse lunge. Exhale it, arm comes down. We'll come into that standing split. Option to come into half moon. Go ahead, float that back leg down. Both arms, one down, one arm up. Beautiful. Breathe here, circle the arm. Inhale, exhale at the top. Let's frame the foot, find our standing split again. And just get that top leg down to the bottom. And roll it up nice and slow. Not too shabby, ladies. Good job. So towel off. We've got two fun balancing postures. One is a little easier than the other one, I'll have to admit. And then we're going to take it down and we're going to be relaxed on the ground. So last bit of intensity and stretching right here. Then we'll get to relax on the mat. So reverse pigeon. Sorry, I had to think about that. My brain was like. All right, let's reach up to the sky first. Go ahead, lift a knee, flex foot, and then cross it over and sit down in a chair. Find your focal point, something that you can stare at. Readjust if you can get a little more, and sink in. So this is going to be a challenge. You can stay here and watch as I probably fall over and attempt this, or you can do it with me. I'm going to grab my big toe and lock in, and then I'm going to start to lift up, and then I'm going to start to extend up. Okay, you can stop right here. Or if you need to stop just right here, just grabbing and practicing going back and forth, then take it up when you're ready. Float it down. When it's time, it's over. You've gotten what you need out of it. I actually prefer the other better. The outside of my hip is the issue usually, so I like getting that. The inside feels really good when I'm sore. I love to stretch the inside of my leg when I'm sore, but this is where we really need it for aging. This is where we're going to need it the most when we get older. So, but it's good. As we work the outside, we got to work the inside, just like a bicep muscle. If you want your bicep to grow, you have to work the opposite muscle, or it's just not going to ever get there. So, working in opposition, moving our body in all different directions, super important. So take those shoulders back and down, refocus, settle in, and take your breath in, reach up, and when you're ready, lift that other leg. Find your focal point, flex your foot, make sure the belly button is in tight, and then on the next exhale, allow your body to sink in. On the breath in, check in and see if you can get a little more. Really challenge yourself in these postures. Flex foot. Good. If you want, stay here if you're ready to play and try something new. Go for it. See what this side will do for you. Sometimes one will do it and not the other. Hold and breathe. Good job, y'all. If you fall out, that's okay. Just come back in and we're all good. Yay! I love standing posture or balance work because we get to be playful. We get to move our body like a kid again. If we don't nail it, it's no big deal. We can just laugh and move on. So now's the juicy part of tonight's practice. We're gonna make our way down. So just take a big breath in, reach up. Before we go all the way down, take your arm, stretch it over so you're in crescent moon. If you want intensity, take the back leg over to the same side. Come back, center. Y'all feel your core start to quiver? Crazy, right? Take it over. Elvis must be on my mind or something because I keep thinking like quivering. I was like thinking about his lips.
Yeah.
That's what I do when I'm lifting and it gets hard. All right. Come back, center. And what I want you to do is take your hands to your heart and we're going to slowly come down. So go ahead, reach down for the earth, but I want you to start to fold over. Stop when you get heavy in the top body. Just stop right here. Move your body from side to side. See which one is tighter. I want you to start on that side. So the one that feels tightest, stop there where it feels tight. And then do the same thing that we just did. Take your leg back and around to intensify the stretch and take your body down a little bit further. If you can, bend your knees. And then the kicker is reach up. Deep stretch in some strange places. Also adding intensity, strength. Good, let's let it down. Come uncrossed with the feet and roll up slowly. Just come to that stopping point. And let's try that other side. Take your other leg back and around. Take your hands over to the side and begin to melt down. Bend the knees if you can. So you're challenging the twist. Twist a little more. Now that front arm that's towards the front of your mat, reach it out. Oh yeah. Sink low, reach high. In 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, come center, untwist. And now we get to step it into a kneeling plank. So tuck your knees down. Oh yeah. Now we're going to chin chest down, a little bit of a challenge. Keep your hips high, lower down super slow. When you get there, push your hips and find rest. Good. Take a minute here to just settle in. Any posture, it doesn't matter. You can just lay there. I want you to relax. Close your eyes, check back in, get back in tune with your purpose, with your intention, the reason you're here. Take a big deep breath, see how long you can breathe in, then take a pause, see if you can take a little bit more in. And then exhale, let go. Release all of the air in your lungs. Push it out. And when you think there's nothing left, see if you can push just a little bit more out. Good job. So from here, I told y'all we were going to get the abductor. So we're going to work the outside of the hip. I have no idea what to call this posture other than a pretzel, because that's what it makes me think of. So we're going to come to our knees and kneeling plank. It's a worth it stretch. So we're going to do pretzel and then we're going to do side bow, and they're both worth it stretches. They take a little bit of effort to get into them. Not a lot of instructors teach them, but they're so good when you get there. So it takes a little bit of listening and following directions, and if you need my help, call me over. So lift your knees off the ground, and then you're going to swoop one leg underneath you and across. So you just were here, and you're just coming here. Now rest on the hip. Just let everything go. Let it get heavy. Let yourself just come down to your elbows. Some call it fallen baby deer. There's a bunch of different words it could be, but it looks a little different than all of them. So I'm just going to call it pretzel. It feels right. So from here, you may already be getting a twist in your back. You feel it kind of talking to you, telling you, oh, yep, you're doing something. If you want more, you can lay flat, but if you want even more than that, which is where I like to take it, is twist away from the leg. So, yep, you got it. Virginia's got it. So away from the legs and rest on the side of your face. Other way, Beth. I knew it. It happens. Like your body tells you it needs to go that way. Mine did it forever. Go, yep, you got it right, Patricia. Awesome. I'm looking at everybody to make sure y'all are the right way. Perfect. And Jennifer's right in the middle. She's listening. That's what I love about Jennifer is she pays attention to her body. She's so in tune with it that she knows what is good for it and what is not. And sometimes there's one side that's okay with it and one side that's not. You've got to listen. So one thing, if you want to get really peaceful in this posture and you are twisted, is to use this top arm as a pillow. So you can put it right under your face and just rest. Now to add intensity here, you can push your elbow and get a little bit more of a twist. Awesome job. Slowly come out of this. There's no rush. We're going to come right back into that kneeling plank. And we're going to move that other leg under and across. So lift the knees off, scoop it over, rest on the hip, come down to the elbows, and we're going to thread the arm away from the leg. So away from the bent knees. Rest on the side of your face. The top arm, push it into the ground and get a little bit more. Good. Go ahead and come untwisted. And Alyssa, I'm going to let you just go straight on into the side bow. I'm going to cue everybody else. So if you're ready and you know how to get into side bow, follow Alyssa. If the rest of you are wanting to know how, you got to scoot over on one side of your mat. So the side that has all the empty space, we're going to connect the hand and foot on that side. And we're going to use this empty hand to push us over onto that side. You can stay right there. So you can just stay right here. Or if you're ready, reach to that top foot and then rest your head on the mat. Pull your heels close. If you can't grab the top foot, it's totally fine. See if you can open your chest. See if you can pull your heels closer. And then see if you can relax. The top foot, use your arm for balance, come right back onto your belly, let go of everything, and we'll switch sides. So move your body over. The only point of the move over is so that you're on your mat and not on the ground. You don't have to. connect and then push ourselves onto that side. Go ahead, reach for that top foot. Pull your heels in close. Open your chest. Maybe even look up. And then when you get there and situated, let go of the muscles, relax into the stretch, and breathe. Let go of your top foot and slowly just press yourself onto your back in preposition for bridge pose. So knees are up, feet planted into the ground. Let's take our palms right by our hips, press them in as we lift our hips up. Shift the weight all into the shoulders. Feel free to interlock the fingers underneath you if you'd like to. And breathe here. Squeeze the inner thighs together. All the weight is in the heels. The toes should be able to wiggle. And slowly exhale everything out and down, nice and slow. And we're going to just lift one leg up to the sky and let one leg down to the bottom of the mat. Beautiful. You can hold at the calf or right behind your leg, right below the knee. Whichever one feels the best to you. If neither one of those are an option for you, you can grab onto your clothes and give yourself a nice little pull. Or you can just hold the leg there. Maybe point and flex. Move the ankle around just a little bit. Good job. Let's see if we can grab onto the toe. If not, just hang on anywhere you can. And we're going to let this hip open up to the side. If you want to, instead of having gravity, like the weight of your hand, you can create a little table with your hand for your leg to rest in. Good job. I want you to slowly start to pass this leg over for a twist. So we're going to let this all the way down to the ground. And once you get it there, then you can open your shoulders into a T posture here. Palms are up. Now take your gaze away from the leg. Breath in and out. And we'll slowly come back right here to the middle. Maybe hug the legs into the chest. Find your balance, find your center again. Feel free to rock from side to side or lift the hips up off the ground and readjust. And when you're ready, let's move into the other side. One leg up, other down. Point and flex a few times. Try to slow your breath way, way, way down. Circle one direction and the other way. And let's take a hold of the toe if you can, or just at the leg. Open the hip. Create a little tabletop, or you can have this additional work. Holding onto the toe. Let's pass it over nice and slow. And come into that twist. Leg all the way over and down. Both shoulders on the mat and look away. Good job, y'all. Go ahead and make your way all the way back onto your mat, laying flat on your back. If you'd like to grab essential oils or a towel to cover your eyes or Shavasana, you can grab for that now. I highly recommend a towel or a t-shirt or something to cover your eyes or your ears. For some reason, when you're laying there, the little buggies like to try to fly in your ears. Go ahead and find your way into corpse pose or any final posture that you would like. If you did bring essential oils, make sure to take a few deep breaths. Enjoy the smells, the emotions, the nice breeze came just in time. Allow your body complete rest. Relax your arms down beside you, palms up. Let the ankles drop out and the shoulders are wide. Go ahead and return to a natural state of breathing. And just let go. I'll bring you guys back in just a couple of minutes. Slowly take your time and just come on to one side or the other. No rush, just get there when you can. We'll spend another 30 seconds here just taking the opportunity to notice how we feel. Bring awareness back to the body. Take a few deep breaths. And I'm going to give you guys the option tonight to take your final posture in seated or on your belly, resting on your mat. So I hope that you guys felt that little wave of peace from practice tonight. That was the goal. That's the goal every week. Sometimes the wave is bigger than other days, right? I needed a really big wave today, and it happened. It happened. So a lot has been going on. I'm sure a lot's going on for you guys too. Everything that I bring to this practice is pretty much geared towards me, and I think that that is the most authentic way to show up, the truest way, and that's why you're here too, is because in some way or another you connect with me at that level. So whether it's big or small, I'm not really sure, but I do want to share with you 2 Bible verses that I love, that goes with this so good. So from Mark 4:39 through 41, he awoke and rebuked the wind and said to the sea, "Peace, be still." The wind ceased, and there was a great calm. He said to them, "Why are you so afraid? How is it that you have no faith?" They were greatly afraid and said to one another, "Who then is this, that even the wind and the sea obey him?" And I just think that is so very powerful. And then from Psalms 107:29, he stilled the storm to a whisper. The waves of the sea were hushed. So with that tonight, you guys go ahead and just take your hands up to your heart and then up to your third eye, the eye of wisdom, and we'll all bow and say namaste. Great practice. Awesome tonight. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I did. Even though it's 100 degrees, it feels really nice. I I think we were very blessed with a great breeze. Right when we laid down in Savasana, a huge breeze came. Nice timing. So next week, Alyssa will be here teaching with you guys. Y'all show her some love. I know that